Hello, my name is Carl Montgomery, and I'm going to be talking about psychology developed in other countries, specifically Spain. Today I'll be explaining how psychology developed in Spain and how it's influenced by other countries, what theories are most used today, and what it's like to become a psychologist there. I'll also talk about how research trends and how culture plays a role in modern psychology Spain. Psychology in Spain started in the late 19th century, but it wasn't a separate field at first. Instead, it was developed out of philosophy, education, and medicine. For example, philosophers studied the mind, educators studied learning, and doctors studied behavior related to mental health. Over time, these areas began to overlap, which helped psychology slowly form into its own discipline. Spain relied heavily on ideas from other countries, especially Germany. German psychologists were the leaders in making psychology scientific rather than just philosophical. Spain adopted these ideas, especially in the use of experiments and observation to study behavior. This helped move psychology towards becoming a real science instead of just theory. A big example of this is Wilhelm Wundt, as I have talked about previously. He is often called the father of psychology. His work influenced Spain by showing that mental processes could be studied in lab using experiments. Spanish psychologists began to adopt this approach, which made the field more credible and structured. His influence is a big reason why psychology became scientific in Spain and all over the world. A major turning point was when psychology became a part of the university programs. For example, the University of Madrid created positions and courses meant specifically for psychology. This meant students could officially study psychology and trained professionals. This also encouraged research and academic growth. However, there were some setbacks, such as the Civil War, dictatorship, and limited research. Psychology's growth in Spain was also slowed by major political events. Spanish Civil War and dictatorship under Francis Franco restricted education and scientific research. During this time, many intellectual activities were controlled or limited, which made it harder for psychology to develop compared to other countries. After Spain transitioned into a democracy in the late 1900s, psychology began to grow rapidly. Universities expanded their programs, research increased, and Spain became more connected to international psychology communities. This period really helped modernize psychology in Spain. Spain adopted several major theories from other countries. Psychoanalysis, created by Sigmund Freud, focused on the unconscious mind. Behavioralism from the U.S. focused on observational behavior and learning. Cognitive psychology, which studied thinking and memory, also became important. These theories shaped how psychology is practiced in Spain today. Apologies. Now, Spain uses a mix of different psychological approaches. Cognitive behavioral therapy focuses on changing thoughts and behavior. Psychodynamic theory looks at unconscious influences. Humanistic therapy focuses on personal growth, and systematic therapy looks at relationships, especially in families. This variety allows psychologists to treat different types of problems. However, the most dominant approach is CBT therapy. It's most widely used in Spain. This is because it's strongly supported by scientific research and has been proven effective in many mental health issues like anxiety and depression. It's especially common in hospitals and clinical settings. The same can be said for the U.S. Spain has become more culturally diverse due to immigration, which makes cross-cultural psychology more important. Psychologists now need to understand different cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and values. They also adapt to the treatments to fit the client's culture, which improves effectiveness and builds trust. Research is a key part of psychology in Spain. Psychologists rely on scientific studies to guide their treatments, which is called evidence-based practice. Universities and clinical centers both contribute to research, helping improve mental health care and understanding behavior. Current research in Spain focuses on improving therapy outcomes, increasing awareness of mental health, and adapting treatments for different cultures. Another growing area is online therapy, which became especially important during and after COVID-19, making mental health services more accessible. I am a big person that's been impacted by that in the U.S. I was able to get my first therapist during this time. Psychology is a respected profession in Spain and is used in healthcare, education, and business. However, it's also strictly regulated, especially for clinical work. This ensures that professionals are properly trained and that clients receive safe and effective care. In Spain, earning a psychology degree is just the first step. To actually work as a psychologist, especially in clinical settings, individuals must complete further trainings and meet licensing requirements, same as the U.S. This protects patients and maintains high professional standards. The path to becoming a psychologist in Spain includes a bachelor's degree followed by a master's degree. I am currently working on this in the U.S. For clinical psychology, there are two main options. One is the PR program, which is a competitive national exam followed by residency training. The other is a master's in general health psychology, which allows private practice. There are many career paths in psychology. Clinical psychologists work with mental health patients, mental health patients, school psychologists help students, and organizational psychologists work in businesses. Other focuses on research or improved community service, helping improve society as a whole. Spain has a national and regional psychology organizations that regulate the field, and they ensure that psychologists meet standards, provide resources for professionals, and help guide development of psychology in the country. An example is the National Latinx Association, or focuses on mental health research and advocacy for the Latin community. It was made to be the sport of those of Hispanic origin to be able to get the resources they need for higher education. During my research, I also found that Consejo General de la Psicología de España is the biggest professional organization in Spain, not just the Hispanic community in general, when it comes to mental health awareness. Psychologists in Spain must follow a code of ethics. This includes keeping client information confidential, maintaining professional skills and respecting clients, and using scientific knowledge responsibly. These rules are essential for building trust and protecting clients, much the same as the APA Code of Ethics for U.S. There is a growing focus on cultural awareness in Spain. Psychologists are expected to understand different cultural perspectives and avoid bias. International collaboration also helps Spain stay updated on global psychological practices and research. An example is someone could be studying me where I'm studying them to understand the different cultures. Overall, psychology in Spain has developed over a long period and shaped by both internal growth and outside influences. Today it is a strong modern field that values research, effective treatment, and cultural understanding. It continues to grow and adapt the needs of society. Thank you, and sorry for a different kind of format video. My computer is not with me right now, and I just wanted to be able to record this. Thank you, and here are my references.